Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. So today has obviously been an absolutely insane day, and we're about to be talking about some crazy Bjergsen news. I just have so much to say. It's definitely not all going to fit in one video. We're definitely going to talk about this again. It's going to be possibly the biggest story of the entire offseason, but it's for sure up there. But before we get into it, obviously we got to plug the Twitch. Make sure you guys go check out the first link in the description below, twitch.tv/I_am_germ. Probably when you're seeing this video, I'll already be live, but I'm planning on streaming a lot over the course of this offseason and into 2022. So if you guys drop a follow, maybe a prime, that'd be absolutely awesome. But with that being said, let's get right into this. This is just a couple hours old. Obviously, I was at work, so, I had to finish all my work and freaking run home as fast as I could because the news was going down. And it's all centered around this video that TSM FTX put out, again, right about 2 hours ago. So we'll start with this video. We'll see what, obviously, Reggie and Parth have to say, and then kind of break it down. But you can see here, it's an update from Reggie and Parth on their LCS roster. So we know it's going to be something big.
Over this past year, our players, our staff, and myself included, we were all disappointed at our result. And going to this offseason, we were very intentional with our staff and player changes. I wanted to rebuild our League of Legends organization and culture from the ground up.
When Bjergsen expressed that he wanted to return to playing, we were fully supportive, and we even gave him permission to speak to every team as early as September 1st.
So that is a very big point. One, obviously they're confirming that Bjergsen is coming back to professional play. If that wasn't already confirmed, it is now, kind of the first official source we've gotten on this. Also, very interesting to note that Bjergsen has potentially been talking to teams as long ago as September 1st, potentially 2 whole months. This is while Worlds was going on. I don't exactly know when LCS playoffs ended, but potentially towards the end of LCS playoffs. So just know that everyone keeps saying, oh, it's in September. How many people were saying, oh, it's only September, offseason hasn't started yet? Offseason had absolutely started. One of the biggest pieces of the entire puzzle was not only negotiating with TSM at this time, but was negotiating with other teams in the LCS and the LEC. And obviously that can, potentially cause issues amongst other teams. If word gets out that you're talking to Bjergsen, your mid laner, the rest of your team potentially not going to be happy. But just know that, because I know there was a lot of reporters being very toxic, being very critical, a lot of flame going around, talking about how, oh, Bjergsen's on TSM, he's not talking to anybody else. That'd be poaching, blah blah blah. Bjergsen has been talking to other teams for the past 2 months. Understand that, and also understand that the offseason starts very early in the League of Legends world every single year, so this should not be a shock, but I'm glad that they did say this.
At the same time, we began to explore what our roster options would look like, both with Bjergsen and without. On October 1st, we made a highly competitive offer to Bjergsen to play for us, along with a solid plan of what the rest of the roster around him would look like. We were notified today that Bjergsen is choosing to decline our offer and pursuing a project.
Oop, I didn't mean to.
Is choosing to decline our offer.
There we go.
And pursuing a project with a different team.
So that is absolutely insane. Obviously, that's it. I mean, this short little Twitter video officially ends the Bjergsen era with TSM. Not only has he decided to decline their offer, but it's because obviously he has something going on with another team. Now, obviously, the speculation is going to start swirling around instantly. Who is that team going to be? Is it LEC? Is it LCS? Is it, China, Korea, whatever? It's most likely LEC or LCS, and I would even go as far as to say it's most likely LCS, but Cloud9, TL, 100 Thieves, Rogue, Vitality, Fnatic, all of these names are going to be getting thrown around. But also, as an LCS fan, as a TSM fan, as just anyone who's watched competitive League of Legends, this is absolutely the end of an era. This is absolutely hard to digest. In the last year, we've seen, Reckless leave Fnatic. We've seen Perks leave G2. And now we're seeing Bjergsen leave TSM. To me, that is maybe the craziest of them all, just due to the fact of how big Bjergsen's brand is, how big TSM's brand is, bigger than G2, bigger than Fnatic, and how synonymous these two names have been with each other over the past, 7-8 years? I mean, it is absolutely crazy, absolutely insane. What's next for Bjergsen? What's next for TSM? Can Bjergsen flourish without TSM? Was TSM maybe the problem? Can TSM flourish without Bjergsen? Will Bjergsen have some of the same issues on other teams that he had with TSM? So many questions. So many things that we're going to find out hopefully very soon into the future. But this is absolutely insane. This is craziness.
While we're incredibly disappointed, we wish him the best of luck. He joined TSM back in 2013 and has been a driving force in all of our championship titles and everything else we've achieved in the past 8 years.
His drive and work ethic has set a new standard for TSM and for all the players in the space.
He will always be an integral part of TSM's history. His legacy will be the foundation of our future.
From my personal perspective, I've always been impressed with Soren's drive and individual talent. I'm genuinely wishing him the best of luck. We've been close friends, co-workers, and ultimately I've worked with him for the last 8 years. Both his goal and mine have always been to find success at Worlds and and win Worlds even. Although, I think it's really...
And that is very, very sad that, maybe he comes back one day, but it does seem sad that this story is going to end and this chapter is going to close without Bjergsen and TSM ever, finding that true international success. So many what-if stories, so many close calls, so many, so much potential. Obviously, it's not the end of the story for Bjergsen or TSM, but that story, and there we go. We got a stream notification. Make sure you guys go check me out on Twitch. I know I already said that, but there you go for a nice little reminder halfway through the video. But yeah, so crazy.
Really exciting for Soren, right, for him to be in a new environment and to be able to explore and figure out what works best for him. I'm genuinely excited too to try to actually build a strong foundation for us to not only have strong results maybe next year, but the year after that or the year after that. So I'm excited for Soren on his new path, but I'm also excited for TSM, and I'm really curious to see how things play out. As for plans for our roster, we're currently looking at a variety of options. We intend to focus on up-and-coming players and to build our team culture around these rising stars.
Now, that is obviously a very, very big deal. They go on to say that TSM is not going to be full rebuilding. It doesn't mean they're only going to focus on young talent or anything like that. But this offseason, so many people were hyped up for TSM to go make some crazy big splashes. They have this FTX money now. They're ready to make a push. Financial issues are not, not an excuse anymore. And now it seems like they've struck out on free agents in a lot of different ways. Does Bjergsen not want to return to TSM because he doesn't believe in the things that this roster can do going forward? Is he just ready for something new? Does he want to change the scenery? Does he want to answer the question of, what if I left TSM? Would I be better off? Is the grass truly greener? So much going into this. But it is crazy that TSM might be, hinting at a little bit of a rebuild here. And obviously there's tons of other rumors going around about what's going to happen with the rest of the TSM roster, where Bjergsen's going to end up. But like I said, there's just so much to talk about. This is not going to fit all in one video. We're definitely going to talk about this more, what all of his options are, what the new rumors are, all that stuff. But first, we just need to digest the news of Bjergsen leaving TSM. That is absolutely crazy. I am genuinely shocked, but I was telling people that it's possible. So many people said there's no chance. There's no way. He has shares in TSM. He's not going to leave that money on the table. He's not going to leave this team. He's not going to go somewhere else. And I just remind you guys once again, do not say that anything is possible. We've seen time and time again with all of these crazy stories. Bjergsen leaving TSM is not the craziest story in League of Legends offseason history. Anything truly can happen. So if you're ever saying that there's no way something's going to happen or there's no chance or whatever, I think that's a little foolish. I think that's a little silly. And you're going to consistently and constantly, find yourself being humbled. But man, so much to think about, so much to digest here. I'm, obviously sad and disappointed. I can't wait to see what's next for TSM and Bjergsen. I don't blame him at all. TSM has wasted a large part of his prime. Obviously, he's had something to do with it as well, but, he absolutely deserves whatever he wants out of League of Legends, his career, his life, all that stuff. He gave them so many great years, and so some team and organization and roster is going to end up really, really lucky to have him. It's going to be weird seeing him in different colors with a different jersey. It's never going to be the same. But yeah, truly the end of an era. Absolutely insane. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy. I would appreciate it so much. Leave a comment down below. Where do you think Bjergsen's going to end up? Do you think it's the right call? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.